It's time, my friend. What's up, man? You didn't even see me sitting here. It's going to be an interesting day. So, how is everybody? Everybody enjoying their Wednesday? I hear the weather is going to be much cooler. if you haven't seen the picture of the cat, kudos to the INFJ. INFJ memes are the best. It's what it is. Most people aren't going to understand them, but that's fine. We're not responsible for what people can understand. Funny stuff. Yep, weather's weathering, and it certainly is. It certainly is. The weather is certainly weathering. Certainly weathering. I watched that on Burning Man. Wow, what a fiasco that was. What in the wrath of God is going on at Burning Man? Interesting. Interesting. We have been talking about the wrath of God for quite some time. Interesting. Interesting. And yeah, super shout out to Pisces Kingdom. I agree with the whole less is more. I am going to change that up though. I think less is going to be low. Less will be low. It's just what it is. The low is going to be doing a whole lot less. Simple enough. So we've got a lot of energy to call back. I have to spend all my time calling that energy back. It's just what it is. I left a diagram about connecting with light beings over in the community page. Simple Google search. And that's what gets me is these simple Google searches on what people are generally in the dark about, and it's just what it is. It's okay to be in the dark. The lack of information is what it is. I just keep in mind, I mean, energy comes with rules. Energy work, as an energy worker, it comes with rules. It comes with rules. Yes. Because, I mean, you guys, Pisces, they're pulling on your energy. Yes, sweetheart, I'm like jumper cables. I can call it right back. That's what it is. I can charge me up just as much as they can pull on my energy. So. Simple, and it's a whole group. That's the thing is that you got to keep in mind. You have to think of the metaphorical aspect of an energy vampire. They can't see their reflection in my mirror, and I can mirror them. That's what it is. But Reiki can only be used for positive healing purposes. So it's a group effort. It's a group effort's worth of energy coming back. So. It's just what it is. It's firm. Energy is energy, and it has a very specific set of universal rules and laws. It's just what it is. What was taken will be returned. Just don't expect it to be returned the way that it was taken. And that works too with darkness, works with the negativity. It's just what it is. There's your bearded New York. That's what it is. I giggle every time I see that guy. He comes in on a Zoom call and can't put a shirt on. I'm like, you got a doctor coming to me for a job and you can't put a shirt on for the Zoom call? Yeah, you're not going to be of any benefit to anyone. It's including me. It's just what it is. You got to think that's all the energy that is in the cards. These and when you say that, when you hear a tarot reader say medical professionals got in because they're being exposed, well, hell, he came to the Zoom call exposed. Simple enough. He'll always be a bearded dragon. He'll be the bearded dragon in the Earth Angel's reality. That's what it is. And you got to keep in mind that's the whole smear campaign. It is. It's a lot of jealousy. So and I don't care. I'm not worried about what people are jealous about. I mean, when you're struggling for a job as a doctor, fuck tells me all I need to know. Simple enough. Simple enough. And it's what it is. I mean, the higher light being, it tells you that you attract the darkness, and then they get into their dark side. The Darth Vaders come out of them. And I mirror that. So, I mean, it's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. Authenticity is a much stronger vibrational frequency than love. So when you're the light and the dark, and you can call them both back, so you have to maintain one over the other. have to maintain one over the other and send back what belongs to them. It's simple enough. You want everyone to have their energy back. And I mean, over an 8 to 10 year cycle of these people receiving tenfold karma. I mean, they were told what you put out, but you have to wait. I mean, you've given people plenty of time. You give them every option imaginable to stop, no, and don't, because we're 10 steps ahead of them, so we know what the end outcome is going to be. And then you got readers talking about God is chasing the karmics with storms, and then you end up with Burning Man destroyed. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. Karmics getting destroyed at Burning Man. I can't do anything about that. It's not this. That's between them and God. And that would be, God is chasing these karmics with storms. And I thought that maybe when she said that I would be looking at just Aaron picking up speed along the East coastline. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I'm not part of any of that nonsense. It's just what it is. Just what it is. What I am a part of, though, is calling my energy back, because it can be addicting. It can, as long as you don't spend more than 51% of the time. That's overindulgence, because I mean we're constantly putting out energy, and I mean calling it back. So if you're putting out energy half the time, and you're calling it back half of the time, well, then it's a balance. It's a good balance. I lock my technique in with a light orb of Olay that is constantly pouring my energy back into me. So it is Pisces Kingdom. She was able to pick that up, talking about Pisces, your sacral chakra is on fire, and I was like, well, yeah, it was creative energy that they were stealing. So it's just what it is. And what was taken will be returned. Just don't expect it to come back the way it was taken. Now, hell, we're going to be birthing all kinds of new ideas, all kinds of things. It's what it is. One of my favorite things about Emily Fletcher with Mind Valley. Emily Fletcher. Her class is called The M Word, because people look at meditation like a negative thing. That's just how I take it. Anyway, it's one thing she says. And now I personally, I can meditate for 20, 30 minutes and it feels like 8 hours of sleep, because I'm calling back so much energy, I guess. Anyway, when she uses her one method, one, I use it with my feet, one, and it's just what it is. I mean, once you do something for so long, it becomes a habit. And I do it from the root chakra too. One, dropping the orb down to the center of the earth. One, and it's what it is. But she says don't do that at night, because then you end up at like 2 a.m. talking to your cat. And I don't have a cat inside. I do have a pushing up daisy. Pushing up daisy's inside. She's an inside dog. She is. She barks to go outside. She barks to come in. She can't figure out life. She's just a dog. She's just a dog. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Anyway, I mean, with all of that energy in the cards of them stealing from Pisces and trying to rob Pisces of their investments and their intellectual property, and not realizing that I'm calling that shit back with God force energy. I don't know how they're going to get out of it. I mean, that's their problem. That's a them problem to get out of. Simple enough. I mean, when you talk about them, draining and pulling on Pisces energy, well, I mean, Pisces can call their energy back. It's just time consuming. It takes a lot of time to call that much energy back. It's just what it is. And I mean, if it's like a total system failure, well, then the system was broken to begin with. It wasn't made for what it was supposed to be energetically made for. So simple enough. Knock some energy out of that, huh? God got us all that is. Angels, archangels, send masters. The divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time, for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. And I mean, that's the thing, is we're going to change it up. We're just going to kind of energetically connect today. We're just going to pull one card. Ooh, yeah, look at that knowledge. That's what it is. I mean, I guess what they don't know won't hurt them. I guess. I don't know. It's interesting. Because, I mean, you were probably raised that ignorance is bliss, when actually the knowledge to raise your vibration is what helps you achieve the state of bliss and, being unbothered and whatnot by whatever these groups, gaggles, hives, and herds. So I do remember it was very, very specific. It came out of several readers' cards around this time last year. That large groups of people were really going to regret playing in that Earth Angel's energy. And it's like, what is regret? And what were these large groups of people doing playing in Pisces energy, or in the Earth Angel's energy, rather? And where is this Earth Angel? Where is this Earth Angel that large groups of people are going to be in regret over playing in their energy because of? Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. I've got 5-star views, and you've got large groups of people in regret playing in the Earth Angel's energy. So it's what it is. And when they say play, what do they mean by play? Like kindergartners? Were they like finger painting and shit in the Earth Angel's energy? Is that what they were doing? Interesting. Anyway, I don't know. I would say that when you've got all of these magicians are mad because their energy didn't work, and it's what it is. I can't do anything about witches and warlocks fucking going up against the divine, because then it's going to be divine judgment placed upon their crowns. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. It's just what it is. Yeah, see, they've embarrassed their entire families and all that fun shit. So that's what it is. Anyway, we will continue moving forward with knowledge, and it's just what it is. I mean, that's one of the things about the system. That's where the system runs in, because they got people involved in the system that stand behind. Ignorance is no da 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 da. Well, okay, right. That's what it is. Hiding the truth from humanity. What it is. I can't do anything about that. Simple enough. Knowledge. Learning is not just a matter of gathering facts. It also involves being attuned to the world around you. Is that like a universal life force energy attunement? Because I've done many of those. Probably creating some that, come in and out of my Akashic records. Sweet, but Reiki's in my birth chart. So that you can broaden your awareness and build a store of experience to nourish your intuition and wisdom. Possibilities for increasing your knowledge can appear in any form, from a course of study or training to the chance to pursue a hobby in greater depth. Perhaps a particular person, experience, environment, or book opens up new avenues of thought for you. Take the opportunity if it excites you, even if the timing feels a little strange. The Angel of Knowledge counsels you that this learning is an integral part of your journey in life, and that he will support you in your endeavors. I will come to know all that I need to know as I need to know it. Symbols: book, scroll, fig tree, light, apple, druid or monk, fountain, grapevine, gold. Interesting. Druid popped out of there with the monk. That's like the bodhisattva and the druid. In our collective consciousness, the druids were killed off long ago, but the truth is, one survives. And so I can't do anything about that. It's just what it is. That would be my thing is, when you have all of that energy in the cards, that these people are scrambling and they're running around in regret. Did they try to steal something from an Earth Angel? Did they? Where is this Earth Angel? Where is this Earth Angel that they're not only trying to rob, because they have now got the entire community where I'm at vibrating at the frequency of Rob Lowe. It's just what it is. Anything I'm matching shirts. Look at that. It is. The entire community is vibrating at the frequency of Rob Lowe. So, and wouldn't you know, when I hear Chicago say that 16 breaks down into a 7, and 7 represents the quantum field. And then I think, well, I am a 316, so my 16 would break down into a 7, and that would represent the quantum field. I'm a QHHT practitioner, so that's quantum healing hypnosis technique. So that matches life path on our destiny. That matches life with 5-star reviews. Matches life path on our destiny with 5-star reviews. And the quantum field or morphic resonance is, that's basically where we manifest from. And I know they don't like my manifestation, and I kind of just prefer to manifest my own energy back. Simple enough. Because that way everybody gets what belongs to them. And it's just what it is. What they put out goes back on them. And it will be a grueling 8 to 10 year cycle for those individuals, I'm sure. Be a group, because it's a group. It was a group effort. And when groups put their energy and focus in on something, and that energy goes back to them where it belongs, is it the group force going back on each individual like a fucking storm, or how does that work? You'd have to ask the group that would be experiencing those things. They would have firsthand knowledge. They would have firsthand knowledge of the situation. And that's what it is. With all of the crimes against humanity and doing everything they can to cover up failed human sacrifice, only to lead to many other humans, I guess. Are they sacrificing humans for money, for greed, and wealth, and land? And here goes an engine revving. Simple enough, because that was the energy. That was the secrets that they didn't want. They were doing the weather manipulation so that when they, decimated an area with weather, they could cash in on the insurance. Wasn't that what they were talking about? That's what the girl said in the cards. I don't know, you would have to talk to the evil. You'd have to talk to Dr. Evil and his band of merry-go insurance scammers. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. No honor among thieves. And it's what it is. If you've got groups on the other side of the flowers that they didn't want to give Pisces. Oh, and by the way, Pisces, here's your flowers. Simple enough. We want to definitely make sure Pisces gets their flowers. Anyway, when I hear that energy across tarot in the collective, that one, they went up against an earth angel. Okay, great. Where is that earth angel? I'm looking for that earth angel. I have something for them. I have a gift for them. Not fucking the copycats, and it's what it is. If my phone's not ringing, well, then that means that individual doesn't want their gift. So, and then number 2, the teachers. Because it's what it is. If you're messing with the teacher and fucking around and finding out, chances are I want to find that teacher so I don't fuck around and learn that lesson. I don't want to fuck around and find out. I just don't. That's the big thing in the tarot community, is they went up against an earth angel that is a teacher and then fucked around and found out. So we want to absolutely, we've got to keep them separated. So they're going to detention. We're sending those individuals to the detention hall. This morning she said, Pisces ascended into heaven with graduated into heaven with honors and left everybody behind. And I was like, well, hang on now. You said everyone, so we would need to define what does everyone mean. Because you've got too many people out there that are talking about it. And when I keep hearing you say that as one rises, the other falls, because they were all a bunch of copycats in a group collaboration of spiritual narcissists trying to cash in on the community and had an entire year to build up a following. Well, I'm sure that is a truth that they don't want to come out. They certainly don't want to know that they're using hypnosis and that they're using magic to keep them under a spell. That's why I'm calling my energy back from them. So I don't want my energy having anything to do with a group collaboration like that. It's just what it is. So anyway, less than 20 minutes. We basically solved the mystery. It's just what it is. Simple enough. So that's what it is. And I do agree. I appreciate you ladies and your advice on calling your energy back across all timelines, spaces, and dimensions. Because when I hear Chicago do a reading and say Pisces, they don't know if you're the temperance angel, the angel of death, or an interdimensional time travel. Well, thank you, Chicago. But if the 316 Sagittarius is in Neptune that rules Pisces' sun, which is the 8th house, That would be the 8th house of death and transformation. That would be the temperance angel and the angel of death and transformation. And that's what it is. That's what it is. If I take you into a QHHT session, that's the death experience. And if it transforms your life and I get 5-star reviews, well, then that's the angel of death and transformation. Fuck, it's not that hard to figure out. It's not that hard to figure out. Simple enough. Simple enough. There is an earth angel on earth that does past life regressions. A past life regression is taking an individual through the death experience. That individual goes through the death experience, relives past life memories, and then comes out on the other side transformed. They will never fucking be the same again. So yeah, that's the angel of death and transformation. Congratulations. You figured it out. You figured it out. Congratulations. That's what it is. However, will people manipulate that and turn it into something? Because it says that the higher frequency light beings will attract the dark side, and then people are in the dark because they don't have the knowledge, and they run around and do a whole bunch of this. They're human doings instead of human beings. We're higher frequency light beings. They're dark human doings. It's just what it is. A bunch of dark humans just doing shit, and that's what it is. I mean, and that would be their biggest flex in life is, oh God, you were that. It's just what it is. They were just, like the dog returning to its vomit, things of that nature. Simple enough. Simple enough. Now I hear they need a key. What is that key that they need? Is that the key to their universal life force energy that they took? Is that what that is? Or is it the key to the finances that they've been, because they're at the frequency of Rob Lowe, the whole fucking community, this entire Agent Smith County, Texas community will forever go down in shameful history as being the addicts, the fucking smackheads of the planet that vibrated for a whole year to the point that Rob Lowe was attracted, like the tuning fork experiment. That's what it is. When you have two tuning forks vibrating at the same frequency, they clear an energetic path to each other. It's fucking science. That's what it is. Science. You can go ask Bill Nye about that shit. That's what it is. You want to talk to the people in this community, they're all with the Rob Lowe frequency. Devil can't rob an empty house. Devil can't rob an empty house. And you have readers across the planet talking about the whole community has been built on witchcraft. And are you talking about the witch's ball that they have fucking regularly? And you say that this October would be bringing a lot of exposure around the Earth Angel. Are you talking about that witch's ball that they have every year? Is that what you're talking about? It's just what is hell. Every month they have the psychic fair. Last time I was in there, you walk up, hey, look, Baneful Magic books, wonderful, and you know that the glass Peterheads, are always going to go right to metaphysical means to fucking do bad shit to people. What is it? They're evil people. Simple enough. It's not hard to figure out. Their biggest flex in life will be, failed glass Peterheads. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. Can't do sucking on the glass. That's what it is. It's better to call them glass Peterheads than putting all that sucking into it. And you can't convince me that the issue we're having with shadow people, how are the jinn created? We know that they are created from a smokeless flame of fire. Okay, so if you've got candle magic, and I haven't studied all that shit. I don't care to. I'm not worried about the dark arts. It just makes sense to me that if you have a bunch of glass-sucking Peterheads, focusing on that flame, that's candle magic. Any way you want to look at it. What are the results of it? Fuck, I don't know. They run around talking about shadow people and shit. Makes fucking sense to me. Makes sense to me. And who knows? Who knows what their unconscious little soul, trapped in the density of that dark human, remembers on a soul level. That's what it is. Simple enough. Simple enough. What we do know is that we picked up that ancient, because they got down and dirty. They went to the depths of the forbidden Egyptian magic books, and it's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. And then you've got readers talking about spirit was working through them. They do. They make content talking about the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Okay, well, cool. If you're talking about the Book of Life and the Book of the Dead, chances are you read it. Did you abuse any of the information that was in there on an Earth Angel for clout? Because you're a corrupt group of parasites out there clout chasing? Is that what it is? Oh, it is. That's what it is. Who knows? Cut the cord and call your energy back, Pisces. Okay, great. I can do that. Thank you for that, tarot reader. Pisces, call your energy back from all timelines, spaces, and dimensions. Yes, I know how to do that, and my past life wasn't in your fucking dimension. So if they'd asked about my QHHT session, they would have known this. They would have known this. My documented and recorded past life regression wasn't in this dimension. So as we're calling back our energy across all timelines, spaces, and dimensions, past lives, known and unknown, things of that nature. That's what it is. You would expect ancient energy to be coming back to the master. It's just what it is, Reiki master. And I agree, a master doesn't make anyone more enlightened than anyone else. But when you have a QHHT session, I mean, Dolores Cannon said that most of the time you would get QHHT clients that would have what she liked to call potato digging lives. And it's what it is. I mean, they've lived on the farm, they've tilled the land, they worked on the land, they dug potatoes their entire life. So it was a pretty much mundane. You're sitting there listening to a potato digging life, and that was part of the class. You don't want to. There's still a lot of good that comes out of what they're here to do this lifetime. Yeah, absolutely, you will be tested. But then sometimes you get a volunteer. You get somebody, bloop, other planets. Fucking, Dolores Cannon had people that were rocks, all kinds of shit. Air molecules, dolphins, and it's what it is. It's what it is. Energy is energy. God wants to experience everything. Simple enough. Simple enough. When she was like, you get potato digging lives, but then every once in a while you get one that's a little strange. I'm thinking like 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato. Oh shit! Simple enough. Simple enough. So yeah, I mean we'll be letting, and that's my new system. Because knowing that you're 10 steps ahead of these people, and basically all they want to do is take the intellectual property, they want the ideas. They come in, they want to steal your ideas, and okay, great. Well, then we're just going to, basically what we're going to do is we're going to wait until a tarot reader calls them out first, and then we'll come and talk about it. That way they can go and argue with her for calling them out because they don't want to be called out, but we don't want them stealing our shit, pulling on our energy because it affects them in ways they don't understand, doing voodoo and baneful magic. That's what it is. I mean, higher frequency beings that play with Reiki teddy bears, Care Bears, that play with Reiki teddy bears and past life regressions, one is accepted in 50 countries, past life regressions, and 117 QHHT. When you go to Google and put in QHHT, poof, you just opened the portal to 117 countries. But here in America, the land of the free, where fucking the girl in the head shop doesn't know where the fuck she left her voodoo doll. I'm talking about that last night. That's what it is. That's what it is. You go in there for your candles and your incense and things of that nature, and you bring up what you're doing, and poof, we've got a voodoo doll out there somewhere. You did not just fucking tell me that. Okay, great. Where do you get these things? It's just anyway, blows my mind. Simple enough. Hey, think about that. You can't even go into the local vape store and someone not have a knowledge of a voodoo doll, but you bring up a Reiki teddy bear. Oh, that shit. No. Healing? No, we don't know anything about that. Right? You go to the restaurants. You're talking about the disaster at Burning Man, and it's like, oh yeah, every party that I have lined up for the rest of my experience just got shot down with 70,000 people in 1 second. Simple enough. Simple enough. Do. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see where all of this leads to. See where all of this leads to. Because I mean, when I hear these readers talking about they will be going through an 8 to 10 year cycle, being put through everything that they wanted for that Earth Angel. Well, number one, we have to find that Earth Angel, because finding that Earth Angel so that they can be protected throughout all of this, and know that if people were putting out sacrifice energy onto the Earth Angel, well, then sacrifice energy will be going back on them and all involved. And when you hear readers say Pisces, you're going to be shocked to know how many people were involved. And I'm like, well, God's wrath was in the headlines for Burning Man yesterday, and that was like 70,000. Simple enough. Simple enough. God is chasing these people with storms. Okay, great. So when I hear that, okay, God is chasing these people with storms. Okay, well, then I'm going to sit back. After I hear a reader say that, I'm just going to sit back and pay attention to the weather. The last thing an INFJ gives a shit about is the weather. How's the weather? The cat's face is priceless. Oh, yeah, the weather, it's weathering. The weather is weathering. Right? But on a spiritual note, as a spiritual teacher, as a spiritual practitioner, as a past life regression, knowing that these individuals are tapping in unconsciously to energies from past lives. Pisces, these energies follow you every lifetime. Well, my other past life, I've had several past life regressions. The other one was in the Order of a Dragon, where we put their heads on sticks for doing this dumb shit. It's just what it is. Anyway, simple enough. Simple enough. So we will continue to call our energy back and return to others what belongs to them, and pay attention to the weather, I guess. I mean, you've got readers. They have God chasing them with storms. So when I hear the sun's energy, the earth angel's energy, and large groups of people doing sex magic and rituals surrounding sacrifice in these readers' cards, and then poof, here's an event where they have an orgy dome, and they have there was a sacrifice. They found a body in a pool of blood. They burned the Burning Man effigy. I'm thinking, okay, well, I just heard all this in a tarot read. That's what they've been talking about in the Pisces readings for months now, is that these karmic energies doing those specific activities, God has had enough of these people. And then all of a sudden, a freak phenomenon outside at the Burning Man. Interesting. It's just what it is. We'll have to do more research on spiritual phenomenon. Amazing how that works. 33:44 on the clock. Enough said. Namaste. Just what it is. You let me know your comments. You let me know your thoughts. It's what it is. Pisces, they want you to walk away. Well, it's just what it is. Yeah, I would have to walk away from 70,000 stranded with the destroyed orgy dome. Simple enough. Did they not listen to Tarot? Because Tarot had been telling them that God was destroying those activities. Tarot has been for a year now. For a year, every Wednesday and every Sunday, you can hear Heavenly Heathen talking about these people in the polyamory situation getting massive karma because a group of fucking voodoo toy players went after an earth angel. And now karma, and now the planet is under divine judgment. Okay, cool. So you're telling me divine judgment hit Burning Man? Is that what it is? Is that the divine judgment we're looking at? Maybe it was Tropical Storm Dexter's fault. Maybe it was Tropical Storm Dexter did it. That's what it is. That's the culprit. That's the fucking voodoo. There's your voodoo doll right there. There's your Tropical Storm Dexter voodoo doll. I mean, when you hear a reader say that they were doing homeless voodoo on an earth angel, and then the next thing I see in the algorithm is fucking houses floating down a river. And you got multiple readers. Oh, yeah, well, these were warning signs. God was telling these people to stop. We have a mission to do. Fucking God's clearing out your path. The universe is clearing out these fucking blocks. When I hear a reader say, the divine is clearing blocks out of the way of the divine beings, the chosen ones, the anointed ones, the earth angels, the star seeds, whatever you want to label someone that is higher frequency on a healing mission, ordained by the universe, whatever you want to call it, the high priestess energy, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what label you put on energy. Energy is energy. But when I hear a reader say that God has stepped in and is removing the blocks that were placed on this individual due to black magic, voodoo, whatever, and then I look in the algorithm of YouTube and see whole city blocks being washed down the river. Oh, well, there goes God removing blocks again. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. No problem there. God, there goes God removing blocks again. Namaste.